Well, let me done told you what. I'm not hating that look right there. I do believe my pants are on fire. Looks like my chair's on fire. Hey, welcome to Rat Rodding. My name's Waylon Wire, and don't ever do what we do here on this channel. In the last episode, we heard old Waylon say, I guess it would be prudent to get some grade 8 bolts for this thing.
Oh, this torque monster? I would.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Right, Josh. What you doing, buddy? You gonna help me? Huh? .3 inches. Let's see how bad she squats. Didn't seem too bad to me. You know, the suspension's not bottoming out or anything. It didn't go down that much. I think we're gonna be okay. .1 1/2. So I dropped a couple inches. Only 2 inches. I figured it was going to drop about 3. Ah, hear him coming. Yeah. You can hear that 502. A 502 that ain't in the crate. Oh, that's a good looking rig. Well, that's good, boy. I sure like them spares mounted on there.
What do you think? Yeah.
Oh, those Gillettes. That just makes it. That really. Oh, I see. You went to the Waylon Wire School of Upholstery.
Yes.
Look at that.
Yes. This is from Costa Rica.
That's what I suspected since it said it.
From Ethiopia.
Oh.
Putting from Ethiopia. I found, you know, these trim pieces I'm putting in here.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh. Yeah.
That, I couldn't figure out where that came from because it was in the shop, and I got this one wrapped, and I got the trim piece on it.
Yeah. Nice.
That's kind of a neat looking finish.
Yeah. You've been busy. Of course, I have too.
I know you
I've been getting it, man.
I know you've been after it.
Well, those tires look pretty good. How do they roll?
They roll good.
A little better than the old 38
man,
GMC down here.
Yeah, it's just a little bit better. These are round.
Yeah. Did George balance them for you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had them balanced.
Yeah.
But I left a little bit of green on them, a little bit of black, and
so it
coated them.
It rides good and no.
All except for I've got to get springs in the back. I've got to take and
bottom out once in a while.
Yeah, bottoms out. I got to upgrade my coilovers.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we heard that when we went for a ride.
I got to go to about 300.
Well, they're not adjustable, these? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but
So you just turn them
they're
up.
too small. They're crushing.
Uh-huh.
And they bottom out. So we got to fix that. And
So you don't really like the look of the clear coat on there?
I don't know. I like it, you know,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I was just wondering because of the...
You know what would look cool if you could somehow match those spares.
Yeah, I know.
Do a faux rust finish on there.
Yeah, full rush finish.
I wonder what old...
yeah.
What's his name in charge for that?
I don't know, but I've been thinking about that.
Yeah, old...
Mike.
No.
Or Tom.
Tommy
Yeah.
Ratchet. Roche, yeah. Tom Ratchet.
Yeah, Tom Ratchet.
You know, I bet he could start out with some dark brown and start adding those colors and then sand through here and there and make them look about like that.
Yeah, probably.
Or you might be able to.
Yeah, I'd rather pay somebody.
I did a little bit of that on the trunk lid on my Dojulac where it had some Bondo on it.
Yeah.
It's okay, but it ain't professional.
Yeah.
Well, I'm ready for you to buff them doors out, man.
I know, I am too. And get that baby. Well, I want to do is on buff them out,
Yeah.
pinstripe it,
Yeah.
and then clear coat it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, you get that buffed out and that green trunk
Oh,
and
man.
it's a good looking rig.
Ought to be good looking.
Yeah, well, you know, it ain't the only good looking thing around here either.
I know it ain't. Besides you.
Besides me. There's
you.
some other stuff going on here that's looking pretty good.
I know, that's what I come up to see.
Yeah. All right.
All right, let's
Well,
go take a peek and
appreciate
see
it.
what's going on.
Boy, it's a beautiful day, isn't it?
Oh man, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, and
It's just a little bit cooler.
I keep that bucket off the top of that cab. I don't let it rest on that cab. I see daylight through there.
Yeah.
Oh, so here's the deal, Kerwood.
Yes.
You and I need to go on a little mission.
And that would be?
We need to check the apricots.
Oh, let's go
See if
do
the
it by all
apricots-
means.
Let's take the
Take the hoopie.
rig of choice. Yeah, the hoopty. You gonna bring your iced tea? Boy, that's a good looking Studebaker, man. I like it. You know what? That spare tires fills that gap.
Fill that gap.
Exactly.
It made a big difference.
It really, really looks good.
It did.
It's just more complete.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
You put them on there and it said you completed me, Kerwood. Now this is a fine rig right here. Got a fifth. It's got a fifth seat here.
Yeah, you do. That looks like one that was run on the back of a truck with no cab.
Now we need to move. We need to move the weed eater a little bit, probably. I'll just set it out here. This is my friend. It gets a lot of use.
Are we gonna take a bucket with us, or we just going looking?
Well, let's just see if they're right.
Okay.
I got some buckets back there. I got Bridger and Torrance bucket back there.
Oh, okay.
But now, you being the fine cinematographer that you are, I'm going to hand the camera over to you.
Oh, this is scary.
See, is it running? Yeah, it's running.
That's scary.
Try not to touch it.
Yeah, no kidding.
And you take the camera and I'll try not to kill us.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Here we go.
Now, this first one is a Ryland. It's a Ryland apricot.
It's a Ryland
It
apricot.
never has very many. But it ripens about a couple weeks earlier than the more parks. And that's it is down here. This is my
Good
plum
Lord. There could be Sasquatches in here.
Well, there might be. This is my
Now
plum
this is
orchard.
where the deer sleep is, right underneath there. That's all broken down, and you can see where they've been going in and out.
We got a good crop of plums coming. Yeah, there's some plums.
Yeah.
They're little bitty guys, aren't they?
Yeah, they're little. They're coming. Boy, there's a bunch of them in there. Good Lord, look at them.
Gonna be good pictures.
Yeah. Yeah, they're small. Oh, hey, wild turkey right there.
Yep.
Look at them.
Yeah, little babies.
Little babies.
Yeah, they got babies. I ran into them down here
I'll be
before.
darned.
This is good.
Yeah.
One of them got separated.
Yeah. Oh, I see him right there. There's 4 of them.
Yeah, little babies.
Yeah, I can hear Mama over there talking to him.
Now there's another batch of him that's about twice that size.
Is that right?
Those are the ones I seen in my yard the other day.
Yeah, there's 4 of them right there.
Yep.
And there's Mama.
Mama's calling them.
Yeah, she's got them over there.
You get them gathered up?
Yeah, I got them all gathered up right now
All
through
right.
there.
All right. Yep.
Cool.
There she is. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you ought to build yourself a sea cab, Ken.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to take these off.
Well, there's only one.
Well, that's all it takes to
But,
put in the garage wall.
Yeah, I am going to take it off.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's what I was wanted you to look at was that crack.
Yeah.
That thing is welded from end to end. It starts here and it's welded all the way up to here.
Yeah.
No, all the way up to here.
Yeah.
And then it goes down here
And welded
all the way
across,
back and up through here over
up
the
through
distributor.
here, up behind the starter,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, all the way.
That is amazing.
And
That is amazing.
you know, they just made it work.
Amazing.
When I was talking to Mr. Heavy Chevy on the phone the other day, he was telling me about his cousin works at the same place he does. He's a maintenance guy on the trucks and stuff. So whenever they do something, he'll say, "Now, did you fix it or did you just make it run?"
It amazes me that this thing runs.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's amazing.
It runs good.
Yeah, good running motor.
Yeah, I let her shut it off and let it cool down good, you know, and then drove it down here. He didn't hurt it. You
No,
know,
it ain't gonna hurt
I
it.
put some water in it, but it wasn't circulating.
Jeez, isn't that amazing?
One guy said, "You should have hooked up the fan." And I go, "Yeah, you mean just hook up the fan, no radiator, just hook up the fan?"
Yeah.
And there was a handful, though, to drive
I
it
bet it
because
was.
here's my throttle.
Yeah,
See, and
seen the throttle.
I had my hands full because, and then the
Well,
clutch.
yeah, and then this is kind of
Well,
not stable.
and then the clutch sticks down. You have to pull the clutch up
Yeah,
with your foot, so you're committed when that clutch comes out.
yeah.
There ain't no.
You should have tied a piece of wire on it so you could hold your foot on it and pull it up easy.
Well, I just stuck my, sole of my boot under there and lifted it up. But
Man,
it's a good motor, man.
yeah, it's amazing.
Doesn't smoke. It squirted a little oil. Look at the size of this tube. This goes to your oil gauge.
Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing that I didn't unhook when I pulled the cab. There's always something, you know.
Oh, yeah.
There's always one. But it was squirting a little oil on the driveway.
Yeah,
I was looking for the dipstick. Is it over there?
I don't see it.
I don't either. Oh, maybe it's in this thing. Yeah, there we go. Well, it's got some oil in it, but it needs some.
A couple of cords.
Yeah, but it's got a little in there. I'm thinking about pipes for this thing.
Yeah.
This is what I'm thinking. These are not pipes, but they'll represent pipes. We'll pretend they're pipes.
Yeah.
What do you think about 12 pipes going?
I like that.
But they need to turn out
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Turn out like that.
Yeah. 12 pipes.
You may get a little ribbon because they're chrome.
Well, they don't have to be.
No.
They could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I do too. I do too. I think that's the way to go. Now, what we got to do is we got to go find running boards off 6 more trucks.
I've got a stack of them.
Oh, do you?
I've got the ones that came off of the Dozer, the 40 Dodge when I took it apart.
Yeah.
And then I got 4 over there, or 2 over there.
Yeah.
Right over there.
You're
and
in good shape.
I think I can put them all together and make some long running boards.
There you go.
I won't quit until it's done, you know. That's how I am.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jim.
Now I got to go down in the hot country.
Yeah, well.
Go down where it's hot.
So I got your approval and everything. Should I just carry on here?
Just carry on. If you have any problems, just think of what I would do.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah.
All right, buddy. There. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, it's a good looking machine. I like it. Nothing like this old iron, is it, fellers? Say, do you guys use anything on your freeze plugs when you put them in? You know, seems like I always smear a little something on them, maybe a little silicone or a little Permatex or maybe even a little Loctite. You know, I don't know. I always put something on there. Just seems like a thing to do, but probably not at all necessary. I've never had one come out. They always rot out in the middle. They always rust out before they, before they pop out. Well, no, that's not true. I had 2 freeze plugs come out of the heads on that Hooptie Subaru one time. Me and Danny Brown pulled the motor and put them back in and put it back together. They're still running strong. Don't know why they popped out. I always check the antifreeze in the winter, but I must have missed it or something. But anyhow, yeah, they did their job. They popped out and I put them right back in. But other than that, I've never had one come out. They always just rust in the middle and just get rotten. But if you, whatever you guys use, put it in the comments down there. I'd be interested to know what you guys use. Well, this is a little different than what I'm used to seeing when I put a freeze plug in. Not that I've done a million of them or anything, but the ones I have put in, it seems to me that generally there is a little bit of casting left. When they machine that out, there'd be a little casting ring left on the back side. So that stops the freeze plug from going all the way through. That's what I remember seeing on at least the last one that I did. But that's not the case here. This is smooth all the way through. So a guy could drive that freeze plug right on through if you're not careful. And it looks like they went kind of deep with that one, but it'll be all right. We'll get it in there just right, just ever so. Old Pappy used to tell me when I was a teenager working on old rigs, he'd say, "Now if you're hammering on something or wrenching on something," he said, "Now you want to quit just before you get done. That way you won't break anything." But now I'm ready to pressure wash it, so I'm going to make a plate to cover that up real nice so I don't get water in it. Okay, made us a little gasket there. Little red, white, and blue gasket. Isn't that nice? Isn't that pretty? Part of this video is going to be some a little bit of repeat, just kind of a recap, of some of the stuff we did earlier. On account of I put up a video, 2 videos last weekend, and that's just too much. That's just too much whaling, Nobody wants to see 2 videos of whaling in one weekend. So I wound up taking it down. It didn't have very many hits. The stuff overnight, I think it had about 8,000 hits. So I took it down. I gotta get a wrench. I took the video down for a very simple reason. There was one guy who said, "I know why you took it down." Well, no, you don't know why. But you think you know why, because I know what you think. And and that's not why I took it down, because trust me, sir, if you're listening, I would make no apologies for what you thought it was. But that wasn't it. I took it down because I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. You see, I put 2 or 3 hours sometimes into editing video, sometimes longer if I get into little, I have to go online and download one of my old videos and pull out a little snippet, maybe something Brown way back, 10 years ago or more, or stuff like that. It just takes time. And then raising and lowering the volume in places, it takes time. And, well, it's just, it's time consuming. That's all there is to it. But, I like doing it. It's my hobby. If I didn't like doing it, I wouldn't do it. But that video, the reason I took it down was it's all about the editing, and I wasn't happy with it. It was too much yakking at the end of it. Kind of like I'm doing right now, but it was just on and too much, just on and nobody wants to hear Waylon just go on and on. And I go, just shut up, Waylon, and build the truck, Just shut up and build it. Leave people alone. But run your mouth so much. So that's why I took the video down. It was just too long-winded there at the end. Well, that was all exciting, you know, putting the cab on and putting the engine in and seeing how much the thing dropped, and I needed to know that. And that was good, but now it's time to just slow down and just serenity now. Just slow down. Just take it a little slower pace. Just get a little more methodical. Just start going through this chassis, go through the brakes, go through the brake lines. See if you're going to need to stretch it, measure it all out, just calm down, you know. So that's kind of what's going to happen here in the next couple of weeks. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get that chassis. I'm going to get that to be a rolling chassis, the kind that we want, the kind that we need for this engine. So, but I'll still be cranking out videos. There'll be something silly going on around here. Pretty near guarantee it. You've heard me talk about my little buddies, the twins, Bridger and Torrin. They are my little buddies.
Hakuna Matata, what a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata, ain't no passing craze.
Bridger, you know, he's a car guy. He's just a car guy through and through. He's 7 years old now. But when he was about 5, he used to drag me out back to the scrap pile out there and say, "Can I show you something?" Well, of course you can, Bridger. Okay, let's go. So there's an old Subaru carcass out there, and he was just a little guy, but he said, "Look, this is still good, and this is good, and this is still good," and he was scrounging parts already, you know. He's a car builder. He was scrounging parts, so every time he comes over here, he wants to take something out of that scrap pile because he's building little metal sculptures, little things, you know. I think he built a tank what was it? It was a bomber, I believe. It had the bomb bay doors. It was a hinge or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but he wanted to show me, so they made a special trip over here and brought him over so he could show me his metal work, and he likes to scrounge parts out of that scrap pile back there. And his mom's just thrilled, you know, because I'll say, "Richard, do you need a box?" You know, because it's all load him up so he can drag a bunch more of that stuff home. But as I was saying, he's a car guy, you know, and just through and through. He has no choice with his dad and hanging around guys like us, but it's just in his blood. And the other day, I took my red Chevy over there, my 73, and when I pulled in, Bridger comes out and he goes, "So, is this your square body?" He said, "I remember you telling me you had one. I remember you saying you had a square body." And his dad and I looked at each other like, "What? Where did that come from?" You know, he's just sharp. 7 years old. "Is that your square body?" "Yeah, we had one." They are something else, them two. Well, fellers, we've had a bit of a setback. Last Saturday, the kids are up here, and Noah and I were driving. Well, Noah was driving. I always let him drive the Hooptie when he's up here. And we went down to check on the apricots to see how ripe they are. And this thing died down there, and it wouldn't start up again. So we had to hike out of the canyon, and that was a chore for this old chubby boy. But I really got no way to get down there other than the tractor or this thing. The twins there waiting to come and pick apricots, and they're ripe, and here this thing broke down. The son went down with me and steered her for me, hooked onto it and pulled it out of the canyon. And well, I tried to hotwire it and figured out, I was thinking there was something going on with the ignition, maybe in the column, and you know, it wouldn't start up. And I'm going, you know, that thing should run. That thing ought to run laid in the floor with just a battery. I should be able to make that thing run. And it wasn't running, no matter what it did. So, buddy came up and we checked out the ignition module, and you can put an ohm meter on there and spin it over, and check its pulse, and it has no pulse. So we started calling wrecking yards, junk yards, you know, around the country, and they connect with others all around the country. And these old boxer 1800s are just not around anymore. The wrecking yards nowadays, they crush everything, you know, they don't keep this stuff laying around. So, but I've got to fix this thing. O'Reilly's wanted $404 for that module right there. Rock Auto wanted $312, and the one we found in Texas, I don't remember how much it was, and there was a used distributor on eBay, but you know, you might be getting the same thing you got, so kind of wanted to shy away from that. And I finally found a reman. Napa had a reman in New York for $200, and that's the route I went. It'll be here Wednesday. Today's Saturday, so it's going to take a while to get here. But I've just got to fix this thing, you know, because this thing is this is an institution, man. This thing is known worldwide. This is a international treasure. So just got to have the Hooptie. That's all there is to it. It's therapy, and it's about as much fun as you can have with your clothes on. And you know, I miss it 2 or 3 or 4 times a day. I'll go to get in it and go do something, you know, around here on the property. And it's just my 4-wheeler, my poor man's ATV, and it's you know, kids have learned to drive in this thing, several of them. My kids, grandkids. We just got to fix it. So that's what we're going to do. But I forgot all about Craigslist. I was in such a, you know, panic about the twins, you know, needing to come pick apricots. That's kind of become a tradition. We do that every year. I bet you can fill up your bucket right there, Bridger.
Right here?
Yeah. Can you read some, Torin?
Yes.
Okay.
Just standing here, I can at least get my whole bucket full.
Yeah. Just on that one limb.
There's so many.
Is that pretty good, girl?
Except the seed.
Except the seed. Yeah, don't eat the seed.
That was a good one.
So I was kind of in a rush, and I didn't think about Craigslist. But I got on there today and I found one. 86 or so. I don't know. Complete car, running car. They think it's got a blown head gasket, but it runs. Smokes real bad. But a lot of new stuff in the motor and all that. For $300, the whole thing. And that would keep this thing going for the rest of my life, most likely. If I had to, I could pull it out and repair that engine as long as it's not a cracked block or head. That's over in the western part of the state, and I may still go get it. For parts car, it's well worth it. I wouldn't even beat them up on the price. But basically, they just want it gone. So I don't know, I might hit them up for $200 or something like that. But I'm not much to beat up people when they're reasonable about things. Well, that's going to do it for this time, fellers. You know what? If you're not subscribed, and if you wouldn't mind, just go ahead and smash that subscribe button. I sure do appreciate you.